Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to Pepe Update today. Now we are trading down again and we've been moving lower and again Pepe is a little bit to the downside. I've talked about it before that we could be looking at this wick being taken off 1447, and then from 1447 it makes a lot of sense to just go all the way down to 1000 if you of course come down and take 1449. I've given you one stop loss which was very important, which was 1626, and as far as I'm concerned, I think that 1626 was not really taken away. 1626 has not been swiped off just yet. You just came near 1626, but you just didn't take that stop loss. Now, there's two things I want to talk about. Number one is this three black rows, 1, 2, 3 candle, right? 3 red candles back to back. And the second one is another 3 black rows back to back. Now, when you printed the first one, right? When you printed the first one, I want to go into the micro details here. You did not go on to invalidate it. Invalidation happen when you have this candle and you take out that candle. So this candle was never taken away, even though you were pumping a little bit, but you didn't really pump all the way to invalidate that candle. Or let's just say this one right here. That's the first thing. The second thing is you have these three black rows, 3 red candles, and this pump that you look at is meaningless. It doesn't have any effect. It is almost as if you had this pump over here. So we could even still see a little bit of a push again to 1999 and then finally drop down. This little bit of a pump can actually suck people in, thinking that things are doing good, let's actually get into it. So maybe if you do pump back up again to 2190, 2190, you invalidate these 3 black rows, that will mean something. And if you go on and even pump all the way up to 2396, that will mean something. These are the levels, right? So the levels are, number one, to get up to what is this, 2091, 2100, round off number, and the second price could actually be 2487. These are two places where if you do actually pump up to, then it actually means something. This unfortunately is 3 black rows, 1, 2, 3 red candles, and it is normally followed by a green candle. That's the irony about 3 black rows. They always get a 4 candle as green and then the next candle as red. So be careful. This is just a little bit of a green candle, and then from here you could actually be looking at red. So I personally think that this is going to be taken away. 1626, I think 1400 is going to be taken away. For me, the best scenario is that you actually just come down to that channel that I've talked about before. Now, there's one more thing that I want to print. I want to paint a picture. So let's paint a picture together. Because I have been in the market for a very, very long time, I can actually start to kind of think how the market maker thinks. So how does the market maker think? Let's try to see if I can think like that. I'm not going to be 100% sure if I'm going to be right or not, but time will tell. So today is 11th of January, and you are in the middle of the channel, right? So this is the upper resistance, the lower support, and you're just trading right in the middle. I have a feeling that they already have planned everything. They already have this pre-plan kind of a thing. And what I mean by this is that they know back in let's actually say this. Back last year at 15 November when this pump happened, they knew what they want to do from this point onwards for the next coming year, 2025. So go back to November and they had their New Year resolution. And what I think they knew is to print a falling wedge. So maybe perhaps we're looking at something like this where you might experience this as your resistance, go down, go up, come here, touch it again, go down, maybe pump up a little bit to 1880 and then try to fall to the downside. So this could actually be an upper resistance. Let's say I'm a market maker. I don't know, we're just gonna have fun. Guys, don't take it very seriously, but this is just for fun, okay? So let's say this is your upper resistance, but this one is gonna be your probably low resistance, or let's actually even put it this way, or this will be much better. So the next move that may happen could actually be something like this, where you touch 1238 and then you pump a little bit more and then you go higher and you go up to 1563 and then you finally go down to 1041, and then from here make an ABC correction and then actually move to the upside. That is something that a market maker would normally do, and it makes sense because what you can do as well is you can have this as your first wave down, second wave correction, and a third wave down, fourth wave correction, and a fifth wave. It hasn't happened, but do you guys really think this could actually be the scenario? I think so. I don't know. I'm actually going to leave this chart as it is, and this is a chart on the Binance, so we're going to actually be using a Maxi chart in the future. I want to leave this, and the maximum time for this to happen is until March. So if you're new, you're watching the channel, can you just keep on watching these videos until March? Let's see how this unfolds. And that's all for the video. I'm going to see you in the next one. Love. Peace.